Hey guys, this is Amber with thelovegal.com and youtube.com/thelovegal. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I highly recommend that you do that and click the notification bell. Before we jump into the topic, the reason why you tapped on this video in the first place, I will let you guys know that this video is sponsored. Listen to what I'm saying because it will benefit you. I will only let credible people, credible sponsors sponsor my videos, and only if it's beneficial to my audience. And so with that being said, if you guys want a free, y'all know y'all like free stuff. I like free stuff. If you guys want a free numerology report that finds your life path, your soul urge, and your destiny numbers, the link will be in the description box below and pinned in the comments. Now, just to explain it to you if you're not really familiar with the numerology, basically a numerology report, it tells you, it kind of foresees, tells you what's ahead in your future. And like I said, I can vouch for this because I downloaded mine a few years ago. And at the end of this video, I will talk about all of the things that happened that the report said was gonna happen. Numerology, it has to do with the time you were born, the day you were born, all of that goes together. At the end of this video, keep watching to the end of this video because I'm gonna tell you what my numerology report said and what has came true so far. Let's jump into it. The title of this video, you want to know how to supercharge your manifestation to make it come faster. Like I said, I've done numerous videos about the law of attraction. That's why if you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. How to supercharge your manifestations so they come quicker. When I actually sat back and thought about this concept, I was like, every single time that a manifestation has came true is when I was super happy when I requested it from the universe. Like I literally had to sit back and think about it. It didn't matter how big or small it was. I have mentioned this before, like in my law of attraction routine video. Basically, I told you guys to get happy, like genuinely, purely a word. Basically, get as genuinely as happy as possible before you request anything. Now, I was on Instagram the other day. You can follow me at Amber Raquel. It's gonna be linked in the description box as well. I was on Instagram the other day, and I'm always going through my Explore feed. What came up in my Explore feed was this. It's a quote. It says, when visualizing, start by thinking of a happy memory, one filled with joy and happiness. Then switch your thoughts to your desire. This will supercharge your desire with positive emotions. Emotions are the driving force in the manifestation process. I've basically been saying this in so many words, but I wanted to give the person who wrote this quote on Instagram the credit for it, simply because I'm reading it. On Instagram, their name is I Am Shakira Maria. So I'm gonna read this again. When visualizing, start by thinking of a happy memory. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be something totally unrelated from your manifestation. One filled with joy and happiness. Then switch your thoughts, switch it immediately to your desire. This will supercharge your desire with positive emotions. Emotions are the driving force in the manifestation process. So guys, in my other videos, in my routine video, you guys have heard me say, meditate, clear your mind, get happy, think of happy things, think of things that don't stress you out, and then go into visualizing and requesting what you want. So in this process, I do it all the time. I could tell you a few things. I always got a story for y'all. I always got a story for y'all. In this process, for you, I want you right now, think of something that makes you very happy. In the comments, I want you to, like, what is one thing that makes you really happy? Forget what everybody else is saying. What is one thing that makes you very happy? Let me know. What is one thing that makes you extremely happy? Like, whenever you think about it, like, you just start smiling, you're in a better mood. It could be travel, it could be the beach, it can be going to the ATM, it could be shopping, it could be eating, it could be cooking, spending time with your friends. What is one thing? Or think of a memory. Like, what is a good memory that just puts a smile on your face every time? I'm gonna give you an example. I was in the bathroom one day. I'm listening to music. I'm putting my makeup on. I'm just like going with the flow. I just got out the shower. And I started thinking about times in high school that I will be at my friend's house all the time. and we'll be joking around. And I was thinking about times that we had at the football games, and I found myself just smiling or whatever. And I was just like, it just made me happy thinking about old stuff like that. Because back in high school, it was a time where it wasn't stressful. I didn't have to pay bills. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just a pure time in my life. So I'm thinking, I'm not even trying to really manifest, but across my mind, I was like, I want to make $200 today. And then I say maybe 3 minutes later, I received a payment. I received payments on my phone. And I kept receiving payments. And I kept receiving payments. I was looking at my phone. I was like, okay. So, and I'm the type that I go back and I'm like, now what made me saying that out loud make a difference? Like, why did that make a difference that I said that now? Like, what was I doing? I was like, well, I was in a good mood when I said it. Just seeing other people say this, that same thing which I was thinking. Now, how long do you have to think of these happy things? I wouldn't say it's a limit on it. With that being said, making things that come into your life is not a hard thing. You just have to know the process behind it. So just to do a recap on this whole process, I always tell you guys, what do we start with? What do we start with? I'm gonna pause. If you've been watching my videos, you already know what is the first step to manifesting. First step, drop it in the comments. What is the first step to manifesting? Okay, the first step, I hope you dropped it in the comments. The first step to manifesting is clearing your mind. Deep breathing. Take a deep breath in, a deep breath out, deep breath in, a deep breath out. Do that at least 21 times. You already know the routine. You've been here with me, okay? And if you haven't, I highly suggest you go watch my other videos. I will link them in the description as well. Or you see it on the little suggested tab, watch my other videos. Second, hop into it. Start thinking about something that it just makes you happy. It could be anything. Like, I don't know you. I don't know what makes you happy exactly. But what's one thing that you just think about and it's like, it just puts a smile on your face? After you thought about it, you feel yourself in a good mood, like you're genuinely smiling. Immediately after that, I want you to jump into visualizing what you want. I want you to jump into visualizing the outcome of what you want. It doesn't matter how you got it or what's going to be put into place and what you're gonna do to get there. None of that matters. That is not your job. The universe is gonna put things in place for your manifestation to come true. All you gotta do is work on being happy as possible and setting your intentions. If you're trying to manifest a new house, visualize yourself walking through your dream home. And this does take practice. Look, you will get there, but little by little, you're gonna start to be able to see your dream home. Or whatever it is that you wanna manifest. I hope that's helped you guys get as happy as possible and then immediately switch to visualizing the outcome of your desire and watch what happens. Okay, so back to this numerology report. And to be honest, the person who sponsored this video, this is not something that they asked me to do, but I was like, when they contacted me, and then they told me, and I'm like, oh, shoot, I already got mine. I had mine years ago. So in my numerology report, like I said, the stars align, the energy is aligned, the universe is all aligned. Your birth date, your date of birth, your name, where you were born, all that comes into play on how your life will turn out. You may think, she's full of stuff she's just promoting. No, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't finished reading the whole thing. I'm gonna tell you a few things it said and what has came true so far. The reason why I even downloaded my numerology report was, I say it was 2015 when I did it. I had a friend that was really into numerology and she kept talking to me about it, and because at first I was like, what is that? What are you talking about? So she was bringing it down to me and stuff like that. I said, this kind of coincides with in the energy in the universe and all that. So all of this goes together. So I had downloaded it. I started reading it. The first thing that caught my attention, there is going to be a loss, like far as a person. And you are going to have to step up and basically help someone in your family. And I was thinking, you know what I'm saying, that's not something that I wanted to claim at all, because a loss pretty much means someone is going to pass away and you are going to have to fill that role. In my mind, around that time, I read that report and then my aunt had passed away. So I was like, Okay, my aunt has a daughter she was 17 at the time. My aunt and my cousin used to come over to the house all the time. She was like 3. She used to come down to Inglewood. They lived up in the suburbs. They used to pull up in their Hummer and stuff like that. And her daughter was little. You know, she a little bougie child. She was walking around at 3 years old with a little Dooney and Burke purse. Y'all remember Dooney and Burke? She had a little Dooney. So I'm thinking, I'm thinking it's gonna be her. I reconnected with them. I hadn't seen her daughter from that point all the way up until she was 17. So I had went back to LA. Like, I had been back to LA multiple times, I just hadn't seen her daughter. So when we finally did connect, I'm like, yeah, I remember you from when you were little, blah, blah. Your mom used to bring you to the cookouts and all that stuff. So I'm thinking, I was like, she's going to need some kind of older guidance. Losing your mom at 17 is like, it's something you can't even wrap your mind around, right? That wasn't it. That's what I'm thinking. I was like, my numerology report did say someone's gonna pass away and I had to step up, blah, blah. But that wasn't it. I say a year after that, my father passes away. The day of his funeral, my aunt, which is his baby sister, like they're best friends, super close. She like a second mom to me. She pulled me to the side, we're talking in the kitchen, and she's like, you do know what your role is now, right? And I looked at her and I was like, I'm the son without being the son, right? Because my dad has all girls. He does not have not one son. So in this time, him passing away, it was a thing where somebody has to be the strong one. You feel me? So when she asked that, she was like, you know what your role is now? And I was like, yeah, I'm the son without being the son, right? She was like, exactly. So with that being said, stepping up, helping out my mom more. I'm taking out the trash. I'm doing the lawn, like stuff I do not do. You feel me? Like, I'm fixing shower heads, like stuff I don't like stuff that just like, I'm doing it. You feel me? So that's one thing that my numerology report said. Another thing that my numerology report said was that you are going to be blessed financially by teaching something. And I read that, I said, teaching what? Like, to me, I'm like, when I hear teaching things, I'm like, I think of kids. I love kids, but teaching kids in a classroom setting, attitudes, I'm just, I was like, I don't know. I was like, I know I want to be a teacher when I was a little kid, but I don't want to be a teacher. Like, kids with the attitudes, I'm just like, no. Fast forward. I am being blessed financially for these law of attraction videos simply because I launched this channel like 2013, something like that. I didn't start monetizing my videos. I had a big video that got over 300,000 views now. I didn't start monetizing this channel until February of this year. So it was years of me not receiving anything for this channel. I said, okay. I said, I'm teaching things with the law of attraction and I'm getting paid for it. Let's talk about my love life. This is what it said for my love life. And it's kind of like, I feel like reading this it's not hindering me, but it's kind of like, well, I know the next person I'm dating isn't going to be the one. And I'm the type of person who does not like to waste time. So basically, this thing said that you are going to have 3 loves in your life, but you will meet your soulmate in your late 20s or your early 30s. I've had one long-term relationship. I was with my ex for 7 years. I've had that one. I said, okay, clearly he's not the one. And then I said, okay, I'm supposed to have one more before I meet my soulmate. I just turned 28. So I'm like, whoever that comes next, like, I already know that's my baby. Like, but yeah, the numerology report is very legit. Like I said, I will only sponsor things or allow people to sponsor my videos if I can vouch for what they're saying because I have experienced it. It's come from a credible company or a credible person. So like I said, if you want your free numerology report, click the link in the description box. It's going to be the first link and the link is going to be pinned in my comments. Subscribe to my channel. We got more content coming, you feel me? All of that stuff. Watch my other videos and we're out. Until next time, babes, hit this video with a thumbs up.